Alright, so we're back for the Square Enix presentation. Now, before we get started, I just want to talk. I'm not so sure what Square could show off. Maybe Final Fantasy 16, because we've seen a lot of Square Enix showed off Final Fantasy 16 is like more of a mature themed Final Fantasy set in like medieval style. We could see Final Fantasy 16, and we could also see. I'm not sure what they call it now, but when they revealed it, they called it Project Athia or something like that. Maybe we could see more about Project Athia. And that's pretty much it. Maybe we could see Kingdom Hearts go on the Switch. Maybe we could see Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 or something like that. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see what Square has to show to the table. I'm definitely more interested. Square makes good games. Maybe we could see another Trials of Mana, or maybe Collection of Mana, something like that. Maybe even Chrono Trigger Remaster. Who knows? Let's just see what Square has to show off this year. I'm definitely more interested in Square, so hopefully they bring some good stuff to the table. Alright. Here we go.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Matt Mercer here, and I'm back as
Matt
your host
Mercer.
of Square Enix Presents. Today we have a special E3 edition of the show
Matt
for
Mercer,
you.
come on, baby.
Updates,
See, okay,
and
I just want to
exciting
say
news from our
the
studios
English
across the globe.
voice
So let's
actors
kick
for like
off with the world premiere
games,
of a brand
anime,
new
whatever.
game from Eidos, Montreal.
Wait, is
We hope
that
you
that looks
enjoy
like
the
Persona? Okay, I just want to say here, Persona is Sega IP, but the intro right there looked a lot like Persona. But what I was saying before was the voice actors in general, they're very like concentrated into like a certain group, and you hear a lot of the same voices. I'm not really a fan of that, but I don't blame them at the same time. Hey, this looks like the Avengers game. Hey, it's the Avengers game. But back to what I was saying, it's very concentrated, and hearing the same voices again, it's kind of not really my thing. I like to hear new, fresh voices, not the same 10 voice actors on everything. But then again, it's really hard to find the good talent. Once you find good talent, you usually like to call them back whenever you have a project. But that's just me. Let's focus on the game aspect. So they did tease the Avengers game, and I wonder what it's going to be like, because I think the last Avengers game they made, or maybe this is the same one, it released really poorly, because I don't think they did it right, kind of like Anthem. They made the game, but it didn't sell the way they wanted it to, like Anthem. So maybe this is like a revamped Avengers. Maybe it's a DLC.
Maybe we can work something out.
We'll see.
You had one job, Will.
I did exactly what?
Wait, is this Avengers? Because yeah, Star-Lord. It's Star-Lord. So this is I forgot. I don't know what the series is called. I don't remember what the series is called, but maybe this isn't Avengers. This is focused on Guardians of the Galaxy. That's it. So maybe this is like a Guardians of the Galaxy game. So hopefully they make it better, and they learn their lesson from Marvel's Avengers, and they make Guardians of the Galaxy a little bit more focused on the game and not like the monetization aspects. They make hopefully, because we'll see. I just hope they focus more on the gameplay rather than the monetization. There. Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy. There we go.
No, of course I will. I'll call you.
Alright, it's coming out this year on everything
Hi, my name's
that can play a game
Senior
besides
producer
mobile.
here
So
at Eidos Montreal. For the past few years, we've had the privilege to work on our version of Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy and reimagine it into a single-player, story-driven, third-person action-adventure game. It's our own fresh take on the Guardians, and something that's really unique to our game is that you get to be Peter Quill. as Star-Lord, you're constantly in the middle of the action as you try to lead.
So
this
hopefully
band of misfits.
this game
But today,
is like
I'm really,
Marvel
really
Spider-Man
excited to
from
have
Sony,
all of you join
from
us on this
Insomniac,
journey,
because
and you'll hear more about the game.
Spider-Man
from our team
2018
behind this project.
was pretty good.
Let's do this.
I like it, and hopefully Guardians of the Galaxy is very similar, where they pay homage to the game, but they also make the gameplay fun. And they don't focus on the monetization aspect, because whenever they focus on the monetization aspect, the game goes tanking down.
The opportunity here was to
So,
build a team, but to make it all underdogs.
We'll just have to
The
wait and
reader
see.
would think,
Maybe
"Oh my
more
gosh, how is
gameplay
this team
for
gonna
this game.
survive?"
And that became the Guardians of the Galaxy comic, which we loved working on.
I remember the first time that the Marvel crew came to Montreal, we were showing them the design of the characters, how they would look, and they stayed silent. I don't know if it's a minute, but in my head, it was a minute. I was like, oh my God, like they hate it.
We realized how much that Marvel and Eidos Montreal share and have in common, and that we knew the Guardians were in perfect hands.
Looking at the samples that Eidos were kind enough to show me, I think he's fantastic and absolutely in the spirit of what these characters are.
What makes the gameplay experience unique to me is no matter in what phase of the game you are,
Yeah.
whether you're in exploration,
The gameplay
or
looks
fighting,
pretty
the
solid.
Guardians are constantly around you, and you never feel
And it looks
alone.
like they're gonna go,
While
like,
you're the leader,
around
Guardians
the
will also
universes,
challenge you and make
which I think
decisions
that's
on
what they're
their own,
supposed
and
to
you
do,
will
but-
have to adapt to it.
You are literally part
It's
of the
looking good.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
The decisions you'll make will have lighthearted to haunting repercussions, and the game will react to what you do and say.
Gamora, no killing teammates.
Says who?
It's literally in your contract.
I made no such commitment.
You are playing as Star-Lord and you're using your blasters and you're using
Okay,
your
that's pretty good.
weapons.
I like it when the
Star-Lord
games
is
give you
really
like choices.
empowering. He's very
You make a
agile
choice
on
and it
battlefield. He
affects the
can
game.
slide and over
Not like
with his
just
jet
standard
boots. Of course, he
choices
has his
that,
elemental
oh, you're
blasters
supposed to
that
pick
have
this one.
different
Even if they
powers
give you
as well.
two,
And on top of
like,
all of this, he
we
can
want
use the
choices
unique
that
abilities
affect
of
the
his
game.
guardians.
But I know that that's
We're
hard
not
to make.
pirates. We're legally
But
incorporated
I do
heroes for
appreciate
hire.
it when they
Guardians
put
of the
in
Galaxy?
choices that affect the game.
The story is about a group of misfits, the Guardians. In our world, they've been together for less than a year. They create something on a small scale that looks insignificant. And as they progress through the story, they discover that they created something really big that threatens the galaxy.
There are a lot of very interesting villains in the Marvel franchise. And when you're starting to work on a story like this, you get to get your pick of which ones will make the best for this story. That gives us the opportunity to bring in some that are well known, but some that are also not all that well known.
What Eidos is getting so right about them.
It looks pretty
is
good.
Capturing what it's like to be a misfit family. They're also bringing an amazing imagination to it. You're going to see planets and characters that are going to blow your mind.
Interpreting it in its own way, I think, makes it feel incredibly fresh and exciting. It's not a matter of trying to replicate the comic or trying to replicate the film. It's trying to take the medium you're working in and make the best version of Guardians out of that.
They made it fun. They made it rock and roll. They delivered everything you would want in a Guardians game.
Alright, there we go. Guardians of the Galaxy. We'll have to take a look at that later. Alright, what's coming next? Oh, they're gonna show gameplay? Show gameplay?
$37 units?
We appear to be 6,963 units short. If we intend to keep our ship, Peter Quill.
I know. We clearly need a plan.
What about selling Gamora's crap?
What?
Oh, come on. You've been hoarding them stupid knickknacks ever since you first joined us. I mean, don't tell me they ain't worth nothing.
Quarantine zone was always
Holding out on
My
us, Quill.
figurines are not knickknacks.
Huh, team's in trouble, and you can't be bothered to make no sacrifice.
Oh wow, look at that. You can you can make choices. Okay, this is cool.
Guys,
This is cool.
I think we should hear our group for once.
You know, the only problem with your plan is that Lady Hellbender only buys monsters, and you are not a monster.
Groot, are you really offering to...
No, he is not offering that, okay?
It could work.
Tell Groot. I guess we could bust him out after.
Absurd. Lady Hellbender seeks the monster within. The small, ugly one is clearly the correct choice. He is cruel, sadistic, and his soul is filthy and filled with rage.
I vote we sell Groot. I honestly think Lady Hellbender will go for it.
Yeah, well, I vote for not Groot.
I also vote for the creepy little beast.
2 votes each. Peter?
Well, Rocket's definitely scarier on the inside. He's unstable and vicious and totally oblivious to the needs of others.
Okay, we get it.
All right, let's do this. Let's go sell a monster.
Okay, this is pretty cool. They have choices. I love when the games have choices and you pick one and it affects the game. So this is looking pretty promising.
Nah, he's not flying at all.
Guys, relax. Just one minor adjustment.
Alright, let's see some gameplay.
Hellbender's castle isn't even that far. That is not a castle. It is an impregnable fortress.
So how do we impregnate it?
Ask Peter!
Let's just get closer. We'll figure it out on the way.
Oh, wow, they're showing gameplay. Okay, that's pretty good.
Good. We've already got a beast. All that's left is the merchant part.
Good thing I put on my official merchant costume.
There is no such
I didn't think they'd show gameplay. I thought it would just be a cinematic trailer.
Whoa! That is some really crazy lightning out there.
Yeah, the environment looks really good.
Meteorological suicide is what it is.
Yeah, see, it's your squad of 4.
You got a jacket. Some of us are soaking here.
Less whining, more walking.
Hey, Stormlord, we ain't seriously walking through this. It'll take forever in this storm.
Stop complaining. The hardship will strengthen your spirit.
I face more than enough hardship. Thank you very much.
You are welcome, Feeble One.
We got this. Just don't fall and we'll be fine.
Yo, those platforms look like brains. Oh, they're gonna show off a monster? Maybe not.
Everyone okay? We should have gone to Maku 4. I would be wary, rodent.
You know what? I survived freaking Half-World. I think I'm scared of some little...
It's not alone. Get ready.
Oh, look at that. Alright, so there's the interface. You can melee attack, shoot, dodge. Okay, that's cool. There's a party system because with a game like this, they usually don't have party systems because it's hard to implement. But they actually have a party, like a somewhat party system, and it looks really cool.
Oh, you Rocket!
Time to go boom!
I am eager to experience Lady Hellbender's legendary menagerie.
Should we ask them for directions?
Okay, that's cool.
Maybe they are directions.
It's very. I think this is very interesting because with like a semi-open world like this, usually it's just one character and the other characters don't exist on the field. They're just within the party bounds. But here you could actually have like a multiples team. I know this isn't really that impressive to some of you, but to me, I find this really interesting.
What do you not have time to dawdle in this jungle? I shall hurl the creature over the chasm so he may activate the bridge.
I may activate a hole through your face. Put me down.
He'll be fine. Just curl up in a ball.
What?
Drax, throw him.
No.
Very well.
Peter.
It's okay. He'll land on his feet. Ooh. I guess that only applies to cats.
Oh, look at that. And it affects characters' attitudes towards Star-Lord. That's pretty cool.
Rocket, come on, man.
Ram it, dash face.
Fix the bridge and we'll raise your cut by 5%.
I want 10.
Okay, deal. Thanks for the bridge, Rocket.
If you even think of pulling that
Wait.
stud again.
Hear that?
Guys.
I got it.
Is this running on the PlayStation 5? I think it is. Looks really good. And the monster types are very interesting. Yeah, running all of these characters on the same screen at once is definitely gonna do something to the PS4's RAM. But PS4 is really strong. I mean, PS4. PS5 is really strong. Oh, and is this the ultimate?
Yeah, I smell it too. Come on, we got this. Perhaps these were sent by Lady Hellbender. Well, she can keep them. How come monsters are never friendly?
That is definitely in my top
All right.
10 fortresses.
Peter?
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, right. The cage.
The point of even getting the Flarkin thing was looking like we mean business.
All right, Rocket. Time to put on your monster face.
I only got one face, Quill.
Are you sure about this, Peter? Look at him. You better have one hell of a sales pitch.
Look at that.
Maybe Gamora's right. We should try selling Groot instead.
Really?
This is an affront to democracy.
I just think that we might need Rocket on the outside for this one.
Yeah, we noticed. You want to make that call, then you better not mess this up. You hang tight there, bud. When the time comes, I'll get you out of there. Rocket style, if I got it.
Draft.
Rocky, what are you doing?
This is a really in-depth showcase for Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's looking really good, actually. It looks very interesting. I definitely wasn't interested in this game prior to the showcase, but now I'm kind of interested. But I feel like the showcase is a little too long. I want to see the next announcement. I've got a good understanding of what this game is.
Guardians of the Galaxy. How many times do I have to kill you? The audacity that you thought you could rob me. Dweller, feast upon them!
Alright, is this like a first boss battle or something? It's just a soul of it. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say it was the soul of a shoe with spikes. There we go. Alright. It's pretty good. And then they got a special edition with in-game
Now
items.
we're going to revisit 2 iconic brands that are being remastered for modern platforms.
Oh, okay,
First
remastered.
Up, relive the classic games in the Final Fantasy series. And then
Oh, there we go. You know,
Legend
they
of
just
Mana
recently
ahead of its
announced
June
the Final
24th
Fantasy
launch.
VII Remake, like, a deluxe edition or whatever. And it was, like, remade for current-gen consoles. I hope they finish up Final Fantasy VII Remake to make the second part or the third part, or how many ever parts they need. But right now, let's go check out these remastered Final Fantasy. Oh, they're gonna remaster 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, I haven't really played per se, but I've heard that Final Fantasy VI was like the best Final Fantasy of all of them, and they're all being remastered for mobile and PC. That's pretty cool. What's this game? What's this game about? Let's see. Hey, this looks like the Trials of Mana, or the Mana series. Trials of Mana. There's too many. I don't know which is which, but it's definitely in the Mana series. Legend of Mana. That's it. Okay. The Mana series. I'm just gonna say the Mana series because it could be Trials of Mana, it could be Legends of Mana.
Earth's mightiest heroes
Something.
Their fight to defend the world in Marvel's Avengers. The team
Alright.
at Crystal Dynamics is excited to share
Here we
the
go.
latest updates
About
with you, including
Marvel's
new mission
Avengers.
types and a growing roster of
They gotta
heroes.
update it. This game isn't looking so hot, so they better have some good stuff.
Avengers, secure that super weapon at all costs. Cosmic energy is building up. Every second counts, people. Keep it moving.
It's beautiful, isn't it? You're out of your depth, Avengers.
Shutting you down, Monica.
Is this the Marvel Battle Royale?
The world doesn't need Avengers. AIM
No
will
Marvel
save
Battle
it.
Royale.
I will save it.
There is no end to these crumbs. You don't understand what that cube is capable of.
I wonder if this little wave of content is going to be free or paid, because Marvel's Avengers isn't something that everybody wants to play. So could this be like a free add-on to incentivize people to buy Marvel's Avengers, or maybe this is a season pass for those who own the few who own the game and want a little bit more out of it? Because I'm not saying that this is a bad game. I'm just saying it was kind of lackluster. The hype for the game is definitely a little bit over what it actually is, but we'll just have to wait and see.
I applaud your efforts to connect with your roots, but
oh, this is the
as a man who has seen
Wakanda
Black
expansion
Panthers fall,
from the past,
I must
or
warn you of
if
a
it's a
few
pass.
Many eyes follow the path you are about to walk down.
wasn't free, then I don't know,
Now it's time
man.
to give mobile players a quick look at some of the games that will be available in the coming months.
They need this. Hey, is this near replicant version 1 point whatever?
Their reach is unlike anything we have seen before.
Oh, it is near.
Following Agent 47's disappearance,
You know,
selected
I gotta be
because
honest
your
with you guys.
remarkable skills.
I've always wanted
must be
Nier to
perfect.
be on Switch.
We will strike.
I've wanted like Persona 5 to be on Switch. I know there's a lot of crybabies on Twitter. Like, I want it, but I'm not gonna cry if we don't get it. But in terms of Nier, I was hoping that maybe Nier Automata, maybe the previous game before it. What was it called? Drakengard, that's it. Because Drakengard is before. It's within the Nier universe. But hey, we'll have to see. Alright, so let's see what's coming next. Oh, this is their mobile game, right? Because I know Square Enix had like this mobile game with all their characters. Yeah, that's it. Oh, never mind. It's just a collaboration for a mobile game.
Today,
I don't know,
Team
man.
Platinum Games is
I'm
giving
not
you
really
an
a fan of
exclusive
mobile
look at
games.
The epic world of Babylon's Fall, featuring fluid combat, powerful weapons, and a unique art style.
That's what I'm kind of met on Square Enix. Well, let's see what else they have. Oh, this is Final Fantasy VII Remake. Will they make a second one? I think they should. I'm definitely gonna check it out, but I'm gonna wait until they like finish Final Fantasy VII Remake, because we only got like half the game. Oh, Platinum Games. All right. Platinum Games are really good at making action RPGs. So, can't wait to see what they have. Definitely like Platinum Games.
That tower's name
They don't disappoint.
is Babylon.
Does the savior of Neo Babylon stand among us? Let's find out without further ado.
Okay, this.
If I'm to die, then I'll die for hope. For what little hope there may be.
Babylon's Fall.
Seen through the veil at last, have you?
I expect another fluid action RPG.
We're all prisoners of our subjective reality.
Yeah?
Believe only what you see, and you're like to end up seeing only what you believe.
This looks interesting too, but this one's not really resonating with me compared to other Platinum titles.
Lie ahead. Ascend to the heaven above the tower, or fall like this one now.
I feel like it's a mix of a lot of different games.
Now
It
begins
feels
its
like an
tale of
MMORPG,
both hope
it also kind of not at the same time, but it also kind of feels like a regular RPG, and it also kind of feels like a From Software game, kind of. So it's like a mesh of a couple different things put together.
本当にアクションという部分に関しては世界屈指のデベロッパーだと思ってますし、ニーアオートマタでそれを
But it also has an essence of Platinum games. Because those veins I saw kind of look like Astral Chain a little bit.
ニーアオートマタのアクションでハック&スラッシュというジャンルを楽しむということになります。
もちろん一人でも遊べるんですけど、4人でダンジョンを攻略していくゲームになります。
コンセプトについては、プレイヤーが得意な目標に向かって、アクション、
Alright, good stuff.
追い求め続けることができる。プレイヤーは、ストーリーを追いながらダンジョンをクリアして上層を目指していくと。
See, Nier Automata.
素材を集めて自身を強化してカスタマイズしていくと。
Yosuke Saito. What about what's the guy's name? Hideki Kamiya, the epic troll who blocks everyone on Twitter.
強い力を引き出すためのトリガーになっているところがポイントかなと思ってます。
プレイヤーの背中についているギデオンコフィーというのがかなり気合いとなっています。それによって、
When it comes to action RPGs, nobody does it better than Platinum games.
ファンタジー感というかその上品さというところをすごい意識してくれというふうに言われましたね。カートゥーンチックにならないようにというか、リアルに本当に存在している人たちがいるかのような感じは意識します。
I find Platinum games very interesting.
運営型のゲームとして開発しています。世代も定期的に新しいコンテンツを提供する予定です。
ようやく皆さんに改めてこういった形で発表できたこと本当に私たちも嬉しくなってますし、まさにこれから開発の佳境になっていくので、
I wonder if, because this is taking inspiration from Nier Automata, but at the same time it's kind of different. So I wonder what we're gonna see.
Let's check out the next major entry in the popular Life is Strange series, True Colors. The team at Deck 9 is ready to give you a deeper look at Alex.
Yeah, like the character designer said, he wanted to make the characters look realistic and try to avoid the cartooniness because they like to follow a cartoony type of style.
What do you remember?
You know, Square and Platinum work so much. Platinum should just be a subsidiary of Square. But I'm not saying that it should happen. I'm just saying it happens, you know. And they usually develop for the PlayStation console. Oh, Life is Strange. People were waiting for this.
Or take my picture with your new camera. That's Rachel Amber. After my dad died and you moved,
that's cool.
I felt abandoned. Oh, good, you're here. Rachel saved my life.
Yeah, people have been talking about Life is Strange and they're hoping to see it at E3. Well, here it is.
Holy shit. Max, what's going on?
Oh, and it's remastered. Look at that. Everything looks so much better. The lighting looks better. The characters look better.
What the hell is this?
Well, that's a subjective opinion, but I think it looks a little better.
Between us is special.
Step back before you regret it.
Get in, Max! Then I realized I had a choice and the power to change everything. Arcadia Bay is on the edge of disaster. Time to change time. Whatever happens, I'll always have your back. Always.
Hi, I'm Maya, also known as MXMTune. I'm a musician and the singing voice of Alex Chen in the upcoming Life is Strange True Colors. I hope you enjoyed that first look at official gameplay from the remastered collection. As a longtime fan, I know I did.
Well, this is a
game. You can see the love and
definitely
care
not
that Deck 9 have put into
my taste, but
both Life is Strange
for those who enjoy it,
this
there
collection
you go.
features improved character animation, lip sync, and visuals, breathing new life into these two beloved games. Back in March, we also revealed the next major game in the series,
Life is Strange
Life is
Remastered.
Strange True Colors, a small-town supernatural mystery. Alex Chen must uncover the truth behind her brother's death, using her psychic power of empathy to unravel the shocking secrets of Haven Springs. Today, we have a first look at Alex's unique power in action. Here's game director Zach Garris.
They said True Colors or whatever, so they're making a sequel.
Alex's psychic power of empathy is integral to the story of Life is Strange: True Colors. It impacts every relationship she builds and every decision she makes.
Never thought I'd have a freaky empath friend.
For years, Alex has been unable to shut out the strong feelings of others. The fear, sadness, and anger of those around
that looks a little bit better.
Her power is a curse. In the wake of Gabe's death, Alex realizes the only way she can find the truth is to embrace her power.
I can't believe this is happening. And the only way to understand is to feel what he's feeling.
From the very start, you can use Alex's power to focus on brightly colored auras to gain an insight into people's emotions.
Gabe was too young. Just too young.
These valuable insights deepen Alex's relationships with the folk of Haven Springs, as well as sparking new dialogue options and events. As here, from a scene very early on in the game.
That's interesting. This game is about emotions.
You're gonna lose her, and it's all your
how you watch and control them.
Alex has uncovered a secret that Mac wants to keep hidden from his long-term girlfriend. And now he is terrified that Alex will reveal it before he can talk to Riley.
It's very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a game that deals with it. Oh, the environment looks way better than the first two Life is Strange games.
Max telling
looks a
you
lot better. Running on
Thanks for
a
telling me the truth, Alex.
PS5, Xbox Series X,
Are you serious?
PC. It looks really nice.
I need to get back to work.
Sure, Alex, we'll get out of your way.
When Alex encounters a particularly strong aura, she can reach out to actively connect with that person's emotions. This generates a nova, a supernatural flare that transforms the world around Alex into a reflection of that person's psyche. In this altered, emotionally charged state, Alex can experience fragments of thoughts and memories to get to the root of their issue. But not every emotional crisis can be easily dealt with. Some carry
is this another one of
even
those
life-threatening
things where you can
amount of power.
make choices?
Dead. I wish I were too.
No decision is easy, and the consequences will be felt across the game.
Choices.
This anger could kill her.
I was gonna say kind of like The Last of Us, but not really.
Take it away.
Not
Using
really.
Alex's
This is
powers
something
the
different.
only way you can uncover the truth.
I don't really
behind
know
her
what to
brother's
call
death.
it, but it's
What would that do to her?
similar, to say the
What would it
least.
do to me? And even if I can, should I?
How far will you go in pursuit of that truth? The choice is yours.
Alex's powers look so awesome. I have no idea how I'll make some of these choices, but I can't wait to play it with you all when it comes out on September 10th. Don't forget, you can pre-order Life is Strange: True Colors now. And if you choose the Ultimate Edition, you'll also receive the Life is Strange Remastered Collection. And that's it for today. Make sure to follow the Life is Strange social channels for more.
Very choice-heavy game. An emotionally choice-heavy game.
And now, we are excited to unveil a brand new title from Square Enix Japan.
Alright, it's coming out soon.
I'm here to kill chaos. That's my mission.
See, and that's good. At least with an ultimate, because usually when they make these special editions and stuff like that or whatever,
waiting for us.
or like digital deluxe or whatever, usually those are just pretty crappy. They put in like an extra skin, maybe they let you play the game early, and they give you like in-game resources. Like that is not what I would call a deluxe edition. But this time they actually gave you, in addition to the Life is Strange. They also give you the remastered previous games. I think that's a good way to make a digital deluxe edition. But now let's see what Square Enix Japan is doing. This is Tetsuya Nomura. He's really good at character design. I'd like to see what Square Enix Japan is working on. Team Ninja.
Doing pest control.
This is the Shrine of Chaos. He's here. We just have to hunt him down.
Koei Tecmo. That means it's gonna be a good hack and slash. When you see Team Ninja and Koei Tecmo, you know it's gonna be a good hack and slash.
This is it, no doubt.
Die already!
There was a knight who left on the same journey as you, but never returned. His name was Garland. If you could, I would be grateful if you looked for him.
Chaos.
I was gonna say this looks like Devil May Cry 5, but it is like kind of in the middle. But at the same time, Devil May Cry 5 is Capcom, so totally off. But
the prophecy's very
let's see what this is called. Is it a new IP? Like the existing one?
He always wore such splendid armor, with a helmet that was terrifying to behold.
It's Garland.
No. I become chaos.
I recognize that voice. I don't know who the voice actress is, but I recognize that voice. Definitely gotta check it out later. I don't know if it's just me, but the graphics look kind of rusty for current gen.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but
just hit me with it.
I'm gonna drop plate number 7.
They're gonna do what?
Alright, let's see what this is. Stranger of Paradise. Final Fantasy Origin. Alright, so it's like a spin-off Final Fantasy. Wait, a bold new vision for Final Fantasy. Oh, okay, so it's a different direction in the Final Fantasy series. I would consider that like a spin-off kind of Final Fantasy, but it's within the area. Speaking of Final Fantasy, they're going to show off more Final Fantasy VII Remake. Intergrade, that's what they called it. So Intergrade is the like. No, of course I will. I wouldn't. Oh, look, it has Yoko Taro.
Thank you for joining
like
us
the
today. Keep an eye out for
remastered.
news about our
No, not
next
remastered.
Square
It's
Enix
like
presents. I'm Matt Mercer.
upgraded,
See you
but
next
not that
time.
much. Oh, okay. They call it Forspoken now. I wasn't really looking at it, but they used to call it Project Athia. Now it's called Forspoken. Endwalker. All right. Alrighty, so looks like the Square Enix presentation is over for today. So, final thoughts. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of disappointed. I was expecting a little more, but I think Square Enix has changed. For the better or for the worst is up to you to decide, but I think they've shifted more to like the Western market. Because a lot of the games they showed today were more westernized, I would say. And they had Guardians of the Galaxy, they had Marvel's Avengers Season Pass, they had Life is Strange, they had Forspoken, all the other stuff like that. Most of those games, I think, are more focused towards the West. In terms of the East, they really only had Final Fantasies 1 through 6 remastered, and they had Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, which is everybody already knew about that. So I was looking for some JRPGs or something like that. I didn't really find what I was looking for. I mean, I'm not saying this presentation was bad. Just, in my opinion, I think it was pretty lackluster. I think I set my expectations a little too high. So I'm a little disappointed, but it's not a bad show. I think they had a lot of great games. Because unlike the Microsoft Bethesda presentation, I think I really liked the Guardians of the Galaxy game. Because I looked at that game and I said, this isn't for me. It's just a game that Square Enix made. Looks cool. But as they showed the gameplay and the characters and the choices you could make, I think it looks a lot more interesting. Something that'll look fun to play. So I definitely got my eyes on that Guardians of the Galaxy game. But as with the rest of the stuff they showed, I don't know. It's just mostly just it's cool, but I'm gonna pass on most of it. And I was expecting maybe I think I set my expectation too high. Final Fantasy 16 was just revealed a couple months ago. I wouldn't think they'd have any sort of gameplay to show off. It's probably really early in development, maybe in the alpha stage. And all they had was a cinematic trailer for the last time. So I completely understand why they didn't show anything. But I was hoping to see a little bit more of Final Fantasy 16. Maybe an update as to if they're going to develop Final Fantasy VII 2. Final Fantasy VII Remake 2. But then again, that's probably also very early in development. So this is, I guess this is all the stuff they showed off today. Like I said, it was a good show. It was a good show. Nothing crazy or anything. This show, I would probably, I don't know if I should put it on par with the Microsoft show. Because it was less announcements, but more gameplay. And I do appreciate the gameplay they show with these games, because you don't just want another cinematic trailer and then just wait a couple months for them to show off the gameplay later. But in terms of it, I would say I think I had to put it the same on the Microsoft side, maybe a 6 out of 10. It was a good show. Nothing crazy. Nothing that I liked, but it was a pretty good show. All right, so next, I think there's a lot of other companies that are also going to have shows, but I'm not really interested in those companies enough to a point where I'm going to make a video. So maybe I'll just check out the next session. Oh, I got to check to see who's next. All right, so next is going to be Warner Brothers. Maybe Warner Brothers will show a Batman game, or maybe an update to Mortal Kombat 11, maybe a new Mortal Kombat, maybe another Batman game, like I said. I don't know. Warner Brothers doesn't really, me and Warner Brothers aren't really connected in any sort of way, so maybe I'll come back for the PC gaming show. I think I'll check out the PC gaming show that'll happen tomorrow. So I guess that's it for me today. Day 2 of E3 for me is concluded. I will be back here tomorrow to check out the PC gaming show. Maybe not. We'll see. So I guess that's it for me. Thank you all for watching. I'll be back with E3 Day 3 tomorrow. So until then, I hope you guys watch my next video. So until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.